Hello everyone. Today we are going to see spotting errors. Everybody says mistake is the first step of success, right? But real fact is correction of mistake is the first step of success. An error is made when a learner does not know that he is incorrect, which means an error is made when a learner does not know that he is wrong. Learner's knowledge is not complete and is still developing. Next, we are going to learn about what is error spotting. Error spotting is part of verbal ability section in which grammatically incorrect sentences are spotted or corrected. So, error spotting is part of verbal ability section in which grammatically incorrect, which means grammatically wrong sentences are spotted or corrected. It can be noun, pronoun, singular, plural, adjective, article, anything. Next, we are going to see rules for spotting errors. First, let's see subject-verb agreement. So the rule is two or more singular subjects connected by and usually take a verb in the plural. For example, Hari and Ram is here. It is incorrect sentence, whereas Hari and Ram are here. It is correct sentence. Why? Because the rule is two or more singular subjects connected by and usually take a verb in the plural. So in this sentence, Hari and Ram are two singular subjects connected by and. So usually we have to put a verb in the plural form. So what is the plural verb here? Yes, or is the plural verb here. So Hari and Ram are here. It is the correct sentence. Now look at the first sentence. He have two sisters. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is he has two sisters. The rule is that if the subject is I, you, we, they or any other plural noun, then we use the verb in its present tense form and we don't add s to the verb. But if the subject is he, she, it or any singular noun, then we add s to the verb. Here, he has two sisters is the correct sentence. Now let's see the first sentence. Many people likes to go on vacation in the summer. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is many people like to go on vacation in the summer. We have a plural subject, many people. So the verb should not have an s. Now let's see the first sentence. Veera and Guna lives in France. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is Veera and Guna live in France. Even though Veera is an individual and Guna is also one individual, together Veera and Guna are plural subject, so we don't add s to the verb. Now let's see the first sentence. There is 10 apples in the basket. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is there are 10 apples in the basket. Here the real subject is the 10 apples. So the verb should be are. If there is one apple, then you would say there is an apple in the basket. So what is the correct sentence here? The correct sentence is there are 10 apples in the basket. Let's see next rule. If two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. Let me read it again. If two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. First, look at the sentence. The secretary and principal are coming. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is the secretary and principal is coming. Why? Because here the same person is secretary as well as principal. Here the secretary and principal are two singular nouns refer to the same person. So we use the verb must be singular, that is. So the correct sentence is the secretary and principal is coming. Then move on to the next rule. If the singular subjects are preceded by each or every, the verb is usually singular. Now look at the first sentence. Every boy and girl were ready. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is every boy and girl was ready. Why? Because the rule is if the singular subjects are preceded, here preceded means come before by each or every, the verb is usually singular. Here boy and girl are two singular subjects are come before by every, so we have to add the singular verb was to it. So the correct sentence is every boy and girl was ready. Let's see next rule. Two or more singular subjects connected by are nor either or neither nor take a verb in the singular. First, look at the sentence. Neither he nor I were there. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is neither he nor I was there. Here, he and I are two singular subjects connected by neither nor. So, we have to add a singular verb was to it. So the correct sentence is neither he nor I was there. Next rule is that when the subjects joined by are nor are of different numbers, the verb must be plural and the plural subject must be placed next to the verb. Now look at the example. Neither the assistant masters nor the headmaster was present. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is neither the headmaster nor the assistant masters were present. Why? Because in the second sentence, the master and the assistant masters are two subjects joined by nor. So, the verb must be plural and the plural subject must be placed next to the verb. So the correct sentence is neither the headmaster nor the assistant masters were present. Next, we are going to see wrong usage of verbs. The rule is when there are two subjects in a sentence and there are not in the same number, then we must have to use separate auxiliaries like is, are, am, was, were, have, as for both of them. Let me read it again. When there are two subjects in a sentence and they are not in the same number, then we must have to use separate auxiliaries is, are, am, was, were, have, as for both of them. Let's see the first sentence. 3 killed and 1 were injured. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is 3 were killed and 1 was injured. Why? Because 3 and 1 are two subjects in a sentence and they are not in the same number. So, we must have to use separate auxiliaries for both of them, like 3 were killed and 1 was injured. Let's see next rule. Modal auxiliaries are not used together, but two auxiliaries can be connected by a conjunction. Let me read it again. Modal auxiliaries are not used together, but two auxiliaries can be connected by a conjunction. Let's read the first sentence. He should, must do it. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is he should and must do it. Here, should and must are two modal auxiliaries, so they are not used together. Here, should and must are two auxiliaries connected by a conjunction, and so the correct sentence is he should and must do it. Next, we are going to see wrong usage of adjectives. Adjectives of quantity show how much of a thing is meant. Adjectives of quantity, some, much, little, enough, all, no, any, great, of, sufficient, whole, are used for uncountable nouns only. Here, rice is the uncountable noun, right? So we use adjective some to it. Next rule is that later, latest refer to time. Later and last refer to position. Let's see the first example. I reached at 10 a.m. but he was later than I expected. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is I reached at 10 a.m. but he was later than I expected. Here 10 a.m. refers to time. So we have to add later, that is later, in this sentence. Further means more distant or advanced. Further means additional. Let's see the example. He insisted on further improvement. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is he insisted on further improvement. Here, improvement means advancement. So, we have to use further, that is FURTHER, in this sentence. The next rule is that each is used in speaking of two or more things. Every is used only in speaking of more than two. For example, let's see the first sentence. Every of the two boys will get a prize. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is each of the two boys will get a prize. Here we are speaking about two boys, so we have to add each in this sentence. Some nouns do not take s in the end. For example, advice, furniture, luggage, etc. Now let's see the rule. Some nouns always use a singular verb. Example, advice, scenery, stationery, mathematics, news. The first sentence is that mathematics are a difficult subject. Is that correct? No. The correct sentence is mathematics is a difficult subject. Some nouns end in S, but they are always singular. For example, news, physics, politics, mathematics, etc. Let's see the next rule. Certain nouns, being a singular form, represent plurality and therefore take a plural verb in a sentence. Let me read it again. Certain nouns, being a singular form, represent plurality and therefore take a plural verb in a sentence. Example, police, clergy, people, cattle. Let's see the first sentence. People has left. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is people have left. Some nouns have a singular form but they are used in plural sense like police, cattle, clergy, people, etc. Next rule is that when the pronoun one is used, it should be maintained throughout the whole sentence. Let's see the first sentence. One must help his siblings. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is one must help one's siblings. Next rule is that for living people, whose is generally used, and for things that are non-living, which is used. Let's see the first sentence. Which phone is kept on charging? Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is whose phone is kept on charging. Certain nouns take the plural verb because of their plural form. Example, cloths, scissors, trousers, amends, spectacles, thanks. Let's see the first sentence. The spectacles is missing. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is the spectacles are missing. Some nouns are always used in plural. For example, trousers, scissors, savings, innings, spectacles, quarters, etc. Let's move on to the next rule. Fewer is used for denoting number while less is used for denoting quantity. Let's see the first sentence. No less than 30 dogs were. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is no fewer than 30 dogs were. Here 30 is denoting number, so we have to add fewer in this sentence. The next rule is that as is used both before and after the adjective to show equality. Let me read it again. As is used both before and after the adjective to show equality. Let's see the first sentence. I can write as fast, if not faster than her. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is I can write as fast as, if not faster than her. Let's see next rule. Though is always followed by it in a sentence, not by but. Let me read it again. Though is always followed by it in a sentence, not by but. Let's see the first sentence. Though he is rich, but he is kind. Is that correct sentence? No. The correct sentence is though he is rich, yet he is kind. Why? Because here though is used in this sentence, so Though is always followed by it in a sentence and not by but. So students, I hope you are clear with spotting errors. I have enclosed the classbook instructions in the PDF. Kindly refer it. So now we have reached the end of this session. Thank you.